This is how the wealthy traveled in the days before exclusive air travel. Oh, the tragedy of the Maserati GranTurismo Trofeo. Nearly everyone who buys one will take its name in vain, idling it through quietly lush neighborhoods on the way to a salad and mimosa brunch somewhere expensive. This fast and voluptuous 2+2 coupe will never get to stretch its long legs on a high-speed highway, scattering slow-moving Fiats and Fords like autumn leaves while it cruises at triple-digit speeds, leaving its occupants stirred, not shaken, and ready for a glass of champagne when they arrive at their hotel. What is it? Umbria, in central Italy, flies below the radar. Tuscany, whose embrace includes icons of the Renaissance like Florence, world-famous vineyards, and the villas of millionaire celebrities, gets all the headlines. But Umbria's food, wine, scenery, and culture are more than a match for that of its glamorous neighbor. The 2025 Maserati GranTurismo Trofeo we collected from the company's HQ at Viale Sera Menotti in Modena, where fast and exotic cars carrying the iconic Trident logo have been built since 1939, seemed to sense our eagerness as we headed southeast along the autostrada to the region they call the Green Heart of Italy. Under the hood of the new Maserati GranTurismo Trofeo is a mildly detuned, wet-sump version of Maserati's snarling 621 horsepower 3.0-litre twin-turbo Nettuno V6 that powers the mid-engine MC20 supercar. In GranTurismo Trofeo trim the engine makes 542 horsepower at 6,500 revolutions per minute and 460 pounds-to-foot of torque at 3,000 revolutions per minute, and it drives all four wheels through an 8-speed automatic transmission. That's enough grunt, Maserati says, to get the 3,957 pound coupe from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds and to 124 miles per hour in 11.4 seconds on its way to a 199 mile per hour top speed. What the ICs, and more. The new Maserati GranTurismo Trofeo is distinguished visually from its less powerful Modena sibling by way of subtle side skirts and more aggressively styled front and rear bumpers. Inside, the seats feature perforated leather with a herringbone motif. All GranTurismo models come with a 12.2-inch configurable digital dash, a 12.3-inch infotainment screen, and an 8.8-inch comfort control screen, as well as a configurable head-up display and voice activation of the climate control, media, navigation, and phone via the Hey Maserati function. You also get a digital rear-view mirror and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity. One gripe: gear selection is by way of buttons, strung between the two screens at the center of the dash, that feel cheap and aren't intuitive to use. A new old experience. Back in the 1950s and 60s, in the era before private jets, powerful and luxurious GranTurismos were the fastest and most comfortable way to get around Europe. The 2025 Maserati GranTurismo's interior is appropriately cosseting, with front seats that leave you feeling fresh after a day on the road. Yet it is roomy enough to accommodate 4 people for short journeys, as our guides Monica and Marco discovered as we tiptoed the Trofeo through narrow medieval streets into the center of Bevagna, a delightful town near Perugia that dates to Roman times. These days Italy's autostradas are strewn with speed cameras, which makes the speed camera monitoring system of the GranTurismo's TomTom-based navigation system a lifesaver. More than just warning you of an upcoming speed camera, though, the system will also monitor your pace through sections that are controlled by cameras that can work out your average speed between 2 points. That helps keep the GranTurismo Trofeo moving as fast and efficiently as possible, reasonable priced for its class. The 2025 Maserati GranTurismo Trofeo certainly looks the part, with its long hood flowing back from a low-slung grille dominated by a large version of the company's famous Trident badge, a fast roofline, and voluptuous hips cinched down over the rear wheels. And when you remember cars of comparable road presence and similarly storied badges, such as the Aston Martin DB12, Bentley Continental GT, and Ferrari's Roma, cost about $55,000 to $115,000 more than the $190,000 base Trofeo model. It looks like a relative bargain, too.